And we're alive. Okay. Hold on. Trying to. Something's wrong here. No, I don't want to do that. Well, hopefully it's still streaming. I don't know. I'm trying to do this on my phone, everybody, and keep saying it needs to be like that. I don't like that. I don't want it in that mode. Still trying to figure this out. Let's see how it's going. Okay, then that does not look right. 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 How's it going there, dude? Hang on, I'm still trying to get stuff situated. Hang on, I'm still trying to get stuff situated. There we go. Hang on, gotta rotate my camera now. Okay. Almost ready. I didn't know it had to be in this mode. Oh, nope, I gotta work. Let's see here. Hopefully it doesn't fall. That's about as good as I can get it, everybody. Oh, we're live. So, this is my first live show. I'm gonna be weathering the 144 Bugu. If that's even how you say it. Already got his torso, head, and backpack all weathered up. Pretty nice and neat. He worked on this about a week or so ago. So now it's time to work on the rest of him. He's all built now, pulled apart. His weapons are built. I've done all the detail painting on him as far as like his insides and everything else goes. All I've got to do now is just do the weathering. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can share this. Now, let's see. Okay. Share this with all my groups. Okay. How's everybody doing? That's good. I think I did this right. Next group. Oops. I wish I had a better computer. Yeah, that's usually how it goes, isn't it? What test are you studying for? And there we go. Math. Oh, okay. I never really studied math. I always thought it was just something you just... I'm gonna sound real stupid right now. It's just something that just came naturally to you. I never really did it over and over and over again. Alright. I'll be at all mine. I also smoke hookah too. If y'all don't know what that is, it's just shisha tobacco and a large base. Tobacco goes on top of it. You just breathe it in. You inhale it. Well, you don't inhale it. You just breathe it kind of like you do a cigar, you know. So, it's pretty good. I'm doing a maraschino cherry right now. Okay. Well, let's get started. What I'm going to be doing with it, I'm going to be study a flunk it. Why don't I ace it? That's how I was. I never really studied much of anything, and I still did pretty well, except for one class. One class I screwed around in too much, and I almost failed it, and I needed to pass this class in order to graduate, so my parents had me like study nonstop for 3 days, and then they even sent me to school with an anti-anxiety pill to help me concentrate and stuff. So, okay. But yeah, I'm going to be doing chipping with a Tamiya semi-gloss black. With this, I just picked this up today. It's a little stripling brush. Basically, just dip it in, dab it off till it's basically dry, and then just go over it. Then for other little chippings, I got this Model Master silver chrome trim. And once that's all done with, I'm going to go over it with this Vallejo black wash. This is some really good stuff. I've airbrushed it and hand brushed it on, and it's really good. Airbrushing if you airbrush this, it's best for like exhaust because it comes on really neat. Versus if you hand brush it, it looks more natural. But let's get started with this. I can't wait till I get my tax money in, and I'll have a camera. Right now I'm just having to use my phone. That's much better. Alright. So what are you doing to your GM? That's a bit too much still on there. Oh, nice. What kind of weathering scheme are you going with? More like earth tones or in space? There you go. Yeah. I usually do earth tones too, but this one, I've only ever seen it in space, so it would make more sense to do it that way. Trying to get all up in these crevices. So did you ever happen to check out the video I did with the Crow-sama, the drunk gunpla review of the Master Grade Sazabi? That was a really fun night. Model Masters Enamel Weathering Stain. I haven't seen that one. Yeah. Crow, he can't handle his liquor. He really can't. But it's always his idea. Hell, he even told me the other day that if I wasn't talking at certain points, that nothing would have gotten said. And it's probably true. After a certain point, we were just done. I wish I could have gotten a smaller version of this. I may end up having to cut some of it off because it's doing too large of an area right now. Ugh. Bless you. Okay. Got it. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm currently... I mean, other than working on this guy, I'm still in the process of working on the Master Grade Shin Musha Gundam for my buddy Arthur. He was the other guy in the video. He had originally built it, and I guess it was one of the first kits he did before he really knew anything. And there were nub marks everywhere. There were bad sanding marks. It really didn't look that good, and he had hated it for a while, but he never knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. And I had mentioned about, starting to do commissions. And so he had me do it. And we came up with a theme that he wanted to do. He wanted to do a traditional samurai theme. And that's what I've been going with. If you've been watching any of my work in progress videos, you've been seeing exactly what I've been doing. I had to stop because I want the rest of it to be a surprise for him. But it's coming along really well. All I have left to do is the shoulder pauldron, the head, and the weapons, and that's it. I haven't done it probably about a week or so. Competition for gunpla. What's going on, everybody? Zeta Gunpla, Cody Queen. Yeah, make the wife drive, right? Yeah, when we move, we've got 2 separate cars, so I'm gonna be in my truck towing the trailer. She's gonna be in her car with her friend and the cats. So fun for her. A 9-hour drive.
No cruise control.
Yeah, she has no cruise control, which sucks. I think that might be enough for the black so far. Y'all can see that. Let's see if I can focus. Nope. Yeah. Set that off to the side. Yeah, dude, you should pick this kit up. It's really nice, sturdy. It looks really, really cool. All the new Origin kits coming out are really good. Okay. Dude, I'd like to see that Zaku breaking the wall. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that one that you have, is that a that's the one where it's actually gold plated and it comes with like the background. Is that it? Okay, cool. Yeah. I had thought about actually picking that up, but you know, after having to break this down, paint it, and build it, I'm like, nah, I don't, I'm good. I don't need it now. All right, come on now. There we go. Yeah, dude. Playing talk is great. Here in the Mississippi area, there's this shop called Play and Talk, and um, they have quite a bit of Gundam kits, and they've gotten a lot more, and they've actually helped us in our group, and they have this deal going on. If you mention that you're part of our Mississippi Gundam and Gunpla group, you get 10% off. So that's cool. And now, from now until the end of March for tax time, they have an extra, not an extra, but now they do 15% off. So that's great. I know the guy there. I've been in contact with him. He's really cool. He's actually supplied two of the kits for our last competition that we had. Okay. Ah, what up, Shogi? I know you from the Crow Show. Gold not undergated, sadly, but the background is sweet. Yeah. I guess that was made before the Hyakushiki 2.0. Well, that's not nice. What's not nice? Ah, okay. Yeah, I already forgot what I was talking about. Before I start weathering it, this is what I've done to his legs so far. Got some silver up in here. His pipes are all copper with some gold and more silver on the back. Yeah, man. They don't. I guess they don't really advertise it, but um, yeah, you can get the 15% off. Well, right now you can get 50% off. Normally it's just 10. So, and all we ask is that I need more paint. Uh, you give them I think it was a Google review that they need. No, they're really cool. All warning signs in my models after thought. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, the Yakushiki 2.0, all those gold pieces are undergated except for his beam sabers and his antenna. So I guess you can't really undergate a round piece. So what's everybody else working on? Got about 5 of y'all in here. Alright, that's too much. Yeah, the Yakushiki 2.0 is amazing. Like personally, I like the gold on the original, and just because I like that really nice shiny reflective. But this gold is more like matte, kind of satiny, but everything is undergated, and that's great. Um, the only thing I did to that kit was like paint-wise. The blue, I didn't really like how the blue looked, so I got this really dark metallic blue to go over it. Painted it up gloss. Came out amazingly. Probably should have not put these together and then did it, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, dude, get that Providence. It's amazing. I pre-ordered that when it came out. I got the premium edition with the stand and the decals. It wasn't until it almost came out when I saw other reviewers saying that the big sheet of water slide decals was for every other seed kit except for that one.
And the cat's knocked it down.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Now to get those decals, you had to get the P Bandai effect parts set, and that came with it there. Like built the first. Yeah. Well, obviously Zeta is your favorite series. I mean, it's your damn name, man. Yeah, I love Zeta. I really love it. Maybe not so much for the story, but just for the designs of all the suits. Yeah. But yeah, the unfortunate thing that happened with my Providence, I got it all built, no decals put on or weathered or anything, but I got it all built and I had it up on its stand and left for work. And then my girlfriend calls me about 3 hours later, says that the cats knocked it down. So, on my lunch break, I rushed home to come and look at the damage, and fortunately, the only thing that broke on it was one of the big Dragoon parts. And luckily, Bandai gave you enough extra pieces, well, almost enough extra pieces, to make a whole another one. The only pieces that were missing was the gray inner piece, but luckily that didn't break. So I just took it out of that one and put it into this one. And then it wasn't until a few months later that I got to really looking at it, and I realized the red piece that goes on the center of his V-fin was missing. And I've done swept this house multiple times. It's gone. Like, I guess I can paint it. Won't be perfect, but it is what it is. I did weather it, so I guess I can get away with that. Well, by weathering, I mean I just, did a light brushing with the Tamiya weathering kits. A little bit more on this. Dude, enjoy Disney, man. I've been wanting to go for a long time. I haven't been since I was a little kid. I mainly want to go just for Star Wars land. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Alright, that's Universal that has the Harry Potter world. I want to go there too. Of course, my dad and stepmom and all of them, they went twice. Didn't bother to send me an invite. Let me rotate my coals. Yeah, for those who, just now joining, I also smoke hookah. It's just a shisha tobacco. Helps me relax. Great flavors. This hobby is almost as expensive as Gundam is. Looking at a maraschino cherry right now. $25. Any suggestions? Well, you get yourself 2, maybe 3 high grade kits. Well, Just depends on what they have there, man. Yes. Get the Bugu. By the way, how does a stream look for all y'all? Is it clear or is it kind of fuzzy? Okay, I think that's good. Okay, good. It's always something I'm worried about. Next. By the way, seen on the last stream, got my steel reserve. Not coughing because of that. Shut up back there. Girlfriend's back there laughing at me. Crushing your data plan. Oh, I'll try and make it good, okay? Yeah. That's what I got so far for his leg. I really like that wash though. Like it makes it dirty, but you know, not like you just threw it in the dirt, you know. It just gives it a nice even coat of everything. Oh, have unlimited data. I wish I had that. You know, every now and then I think about, you know, switching to a different plan, but back in the day, my dad worked at Circuit City, and I guess they had this deal with Verizon, and we got a bunch of discounts through them. And even though Circuit City's gone, because we were with them, I guess we got grandfathered in. So you know, we get discounts on a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, you know, we don't get that unlimited plan because that wasn't there back in the day. But I use Wi-Fi at pretty much everywhere I go. Sometimes they don't have Wi-Fi and you just want that data. Oh, okay. Weathering. Right now, I'm just doing part 1 of the chipping with a Tamiya semi-gloss black with a stripling brush. Don't know what it is. Basically, you pour it, and you take this brush, dip it in, and take a paper towel, basically just like this. And it's going to be really thick on the end, so you just take the paper towel, just go over it until it looks like there's barely anything there. Then you just go over it. And because of how this brush is made, you can see it distributes it a lot better than, say, you know, just having to sit there and just tick tick tick. Well, I guess more of a natural look. Yeah, that's coming along nice. No, I haven't done that with this kit. I do have a nice soldering iron kit thing. Up later, man. But I've practiced on it a little bit with this old Barbatos that I have, just to see. Oh. It does look good. I just gotta practice more with it. I'd rather practice on an old kit that I really don't care about first before getting into something I want to do. Because my big job that I want to do this year, I want to enter in the Gunpla World Cup, and I have the Master Grade Shars Rick Dom that I want to do. Paperclip and like, yeah. But the Master Grade Shar's Rickdom. I want to weather that, and I want to, add, not just weathering like this, but actually go in and do a whole bunch of, damage to it. I wanted to put LEDs in it, and I was planning on it, but when I got to really looking at the kit, like all the thrusters are so small, I don't feel comfortable, trying to do it. So in order to still make it look like the thrusters were on, I discovered this type of painting called object source lighting. It's basically you take 2 or 3 different kinds of different colored paints and paint it up to make it look like it's on. That's what I did with a Shinmusha. And what I used for that was all Vallejo colors. What were they? Okay, yeah. Vallejo electric blue. Do that all over the inside of the thruster. And then once that's dried, take sky blue, a much lighter form of the blue, and kind of highlight it. And then at the very center where it would be hottest, I have Vallejo pure white. And when you look at it from different angles, it looks like it's on. So it's a nice little effect there. Alright, come on now. Yeah, something like that. I was just looking around online and I saw a lot of war gamers. Yeah, Wargame 40K. Those people doing that type of painting technique with their figures. I'm like, well, they hand painted. I wonder if I can airbrush it, and I can. Very time consuming though. Okay, I think that's good for this leg. Alright, I'll do the rest of that later. So, done right. I'll get better than... Yeah, and less of a hassle, really. Because installing LEDs requires you to have to, cut wires, solder certain things together. I don't have time for that. Not for this. Alright. Now, I'm going to take this. Yeah, it does. Alright. I'm going to take my little brush here. Dip it in to the silver. And just kind of lightly go across it. Because the silver has more of a, I guess, like deeper. A deeper cut would be. Oh man, I wanted that Rick Dom. I really did. Alright. There we go. Damn. Okay. This is why I don't really hand paint. I don't have the steadiest hand. But, I make do. Need to get some of this off of here. That's just crazy. Soft matte finish on the plastic. LEDs are dope. What kind of LEDs are there? Yeah. So what's everybody's favorite kit? Doesn't matter the series or the grade. What's everyone's favorite kit that they built? Mine would probably have to be the Epion, the Master Grade Epion. I absolutely love that kit. And I love that suit. this is the tedious part here. Because you don't want to go too crazy with it. Or too heavy. Then it won't look natural. 300 plus kits. Wow. I don't have the space for that many kits. So far, yeah, I'm with you. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Thunderbolt, but you know, some of the designs were pretty cool. What I didn't like on the Verkov kits that they did, the inner frame, that wrap that went around it, didn't really care for it that much. Well, I haven't built it. I've seen, you know, my friends build them. It's like, nah, I'm good. Self-control issues. Yeah. What's your wife think about it? Oh, man. Yeah, I probably should have done this part separately instead of building it together. If I've done this tight, and these 8 from here. Yeah, I like the gray Zeta. It looks cool. I haven't built it, but I like the way it looks. I just wish they would take a lot of the old Master Grades, and do 2.0 versions of them. I mean, how many different versions of the original Gundam are we gonna get? I mean, they do multiple versions of that, yet we can't get different versions. All these other kits they have out there. Yeah, that's my girlfriend is. As long as I'm paying for it, she's okay. As long as we don't go bankrupt. Yeah, real great tall geese. I wish it was the original TV version though, not the EW version. Yeah, the original Master Grade Zeta is old. I've wanted to get that. I think my favorite kit, or just like my favorite suit from Zeta, would have to be the O. And the Master Grade they did of it. Woo! That's a big kit. I had 2 different ideas in mind for if I ever get that kit, what I want to do. The first one, my girlfriend came up with. You ever played Skyrim? The Dwarven Centurions, however you say it, the like big machine guys. Get some stencils and kind of color it up to look like that. Whew, that would really look cool. The other idea, just because of the name, the O, I thought about trying to do some kind of modifications to it and color it up to look like the Big O. If y'all have ever seen that anime, really cool. I'm running out of.
Yeah, thing from Portal.
Thing from Portal?
Yeah, isn't it round?
Maybe. Yeah, that's too much there. Yeah, love that show. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a nerd.
I'm too much of one though.
No, I'm a nerd. You're just a geek. I never actually finished the Big O. I started it, back when it came on Toonami, but I never finished it. The ending is insane. Well, don't ruin it for me. 'Cause one day, I will go back and watch it. That's my problem. I start a lot of shows, whether it be regular shows or anime, and I find another one I want to watch, and I start that, and then I find another one. Before I know it, I'm on like 40 shows that I'm trying to keep up with. Damn it. I need a better brush. This one's kind of had its day. What I need is a good sturdy, very pointy brush. All the ones I get, I guess they're just too cheap, and they start to fray at the ends, and I have to come in with a blade and kind of chop them up. You Bandai put a straight kick for it, yeah. Sweet. I know they say when you weather, it's not supposed to be perfect, but kind of goes against my programming. I'm a perfectionist. Any of y'all like that? There we go. Okay. Sorry if it cut out. I don't have the best internet connection right now, apparently. That damn cable 1 down here. Okay, yeah, it's back good. You're eating my pizza? Why are you eating my pizza?
Made it with barbecue sauce. Good.
Why? Weird. Hey, can you start me up some more coals, please?
I'm getting my ass up.
Yeah, see, that's one thing I never really understood. Like, especially all the newer master grades out there. They have all those, the inner frame with all that detail that you can color up and stuff. And for people who, I guess do a lot of open hatches and things like that, make it look like it's during maintenance, it makes sense. But if most of it's going to be covered up anyway, I don't bother coloring it. I mean, if I'm painting the kit, I'll paint it up like a metallic black or graphite or something like that. But other than that, nah. Shit. Now, one thing I am going to do that I'll do a lot of work on, I have my first Gundam Base Tokyo kit that I got. The Master Grade Sinanju Mechanical Clear. That thing is sexy looking. And since it's all clear, that makes sense to do all the painting and detail work to the inner frame because it's going to show. So, I'll do all the painting of that. And then, with the clear pieces, I'll dip them in future so that they come out looking a lot clearer to where it looks like glass instead of plastic. Let's see. Let me look at the chat. For some reason, the other one's not working. Airline set of leg pipings aren't even used on the game. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna detail the hell out of the inner frame. That'll get worked on later on. I gotta bunch of other kits I gotta do. Yeah, the titanium finish Zabi. My only problem with those titanium finish kits, a lot of them aren't undergated. Future by the gallon. No. Let's see. This is the size that it comes in. This is what you want. Right here. They've changed the design of the bottle over the years, but this is what it currently is. And if you're wondering, it is a acrylic finish. So, spray that on. Or hand brush it. You can do that too. Just, be careful. And once it's dried, it's smooth. It's very, very shiny. And it makes it much easier for decals and panel lines to go on. Now sometimes I get lazy and don't want to take the time to actually spray it. So, I got the, tester spray can, which works every now and then. It's not the best, but, if I'm just doing regular thing like with this, the flat coat is just going to be a tester spray can. I do have Vallejo matte varnish, so that works really good too. If you haven't seen any of these, the new Vallejo Mecha line of colors, they made these specifically with Gundams in mind, because most other paints out there, other than I think Mr. Color and maybe Tamiya, the paints when they dry, they're good, but our type of model kits, we like to move everything, and sometimes when they move, paint scratches. This stuff, however, was made to be very, very durable. Once it's dried for 24 hours and you put any of their top coats on it, let it dry again for another 24 hours, you can take like a toothpick and go fairly hard, and a lot of the times all that's going to come up a little bit is just the top coat. So it's really good. Yeah, actually, these you don't have to thin. If you're airbrushing it, I mean, you can, but like maybe one drop or so. Because I was testing it out, and I put too much thinner in, what I would normally use, and it did not come out well. Matte varnish applicator. Whoop. Again, it's just this Vallejo. Use it in my my airbrush. Now that one, the varnishes and the chipping medium, things like that, I found you do need to thin. Not a whole lot, but for some reason if you don't thin it, it's kind of hard to push it out of the airbrush unless you got the PSI up really, really high. Yeah, that's looking good. Looking real good. Yeah, definitely try it. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do more tutorial videos, because I can't really hand paint that well, so that's why I got an airbrush. And once I did that, I found that I'm fairly good at doing it. Most of my stuff is all like really nice looking. Like I like gloss. I like shiny kits. As Arthur puts it, I make them look like they just rolled out of the factory. Especially with like seed kits, anything that's in space, I feel like it needs to be, looking really, really nice. Handful of kits so far. What have you airbrushed, man? Damn. Well, quick little a tip is when it comes to airbrushing. You don't need to have the best airbrush out there on the market. You know, you don't need to have an Iwata, you know, an airbrush and a whole kit that costs $400 or $500. You don't need to. My first airbrush, uh, you know, airbrush and the kit and compressor, got off Amazon. It was the Model Masters airbrush. This one right here. And I got this with a compressor and moisture trap, because that's also very important. Very important. Moisture trap with a regulator. Those are the two things that you must have. Moisture trap and regulator, because then you can adjust the pressure. Yeah, I started off with that. Paid $80 for it, and you know, just to start practicing. What I did is I watched a lot of YouTube videos, went online, did some research, trial and error, and when it comes to like certain paints need to be thinned a certain way, and they need to be sprayed at a certain psi. Otherwise, if it's too low and not thinned right, it'll dry in the air. Like if you're spraying like this far away, like a lot of times I spray about here, but if you're spraying about this far away and it's not thinned right, and the air pressure isn't right, by the time it gets to about here, it's already dried, so it's going to come out looking spotty. And if it's too thin and too high a pressure, it's just going to look like water. So, but yeah, I was using that for about a year, and then I finally upgraded. I got myself a was that 1 gallon? Yeah, a 1 gallon air tank from Viair, if that's how you say it. Got that, and got a bit of a better setup with that. So now the compressor doesn't stay on the whole time whenever you're brushing. It fills up that tank, and depending on how hard I'm spraying, it can be filled for maybe a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, before the compressor kicks back on and starts filling it back up, which is good because if your compressor is constantly going, it's going to get really, really hot. Okay, I think I'll stay on for like another 5 minutes or so, maybe longer. An airbrush tint. There's another thing too. You are going to need a spray booth when you're airbrushing. You know, just like when you're spray canning, paint's going to go everywhere. Spray booth, you can either pay to have one. They can range anywhere from a little bit under $100 to a couple hundred, almost $1,000, depending on, you know, what type of needs you have. Or you can make one. There's a lot of different videos out there on how to do it. What I did, I got myself a small little fan from Walmart, probably about that big. Got a box. I cut a hole in the box, turned the fan to where you know, the back side of it is on the inside, and it's very jerry rigged. Taped it up everywhere to where it's pretty much airtight, and I got a what do you call it? Part of the aluminum tube for the God, I'm blanking. What's it called? A dryer vent. That's what it was. Let's tape that on there too. And I've got it right next to my window, so it'll pull it in and push it out. Yeah, dryer vent, thank you. I don't know why I kept blanking on that. And I got myself a cheap little filter to go in front of it. Works pretty well. You know, when I move and have more space, I'm gonna upgrade it, make a bigger one. You know. But yeah, like airbrushing, that's another reason why I love to airbrush, because weather conditions don't really affect it that much. However, you know, humidity in the air, you know, is still on the inside of your home. So that's why I have the moisture trap, because it traps it in there. And, you know, if it's really, really humid out, you know, it'll fill out that trap, and I can just press the release on it, and it will release all the water out. Got you in a couple of, I started way back in the 90s, back when those, the old high-grade 1/100 wing kits were out. Like I'm sure is the same with everybody, wing was my first introduction into Gundam over here in the States. So I begged my parents, oh, I need it, I want to have it, I want to build it, I want to play with it. So they got them for me. I built them. I think I used scissors or a nail clipper to pinch them out. And unfortunately, I was young and stupid, so you know, I played with them and they got destroyed. And I did that for a couple years. And then I got out of it for a while, and then maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I started back into it. I basically threw out all my old collection because it was just horrible. They were all broken, missing pieces and stuff. So, started back into that. Started back in Georgia, came here, and met Arthur and Dennis and the Mississippi Gundam Group. Saw the stuff they were working on, got to talking about stuff, and just upgraded my skills because I saw how they were doing things. I'm like, you know what? I need to do that too. So, skill level 4. Yeah. I know there's still a lot of people who will cut their pieces out with a nail clipper. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. I need a new pair of nippers. I've had... Where are they at? This right here. I got this maybe 6 years ago when I started back into it. Little, to me, a basic tool set. Nippers last me for a while. And a few months ago, I got my first pair of God nippers. And unfortunately, those damn things broke on me. The blade snapped off. Maybe I wasn't using it right, but I was like, you know what? Screw this.
Should have done a funeral for it.
Yeah, funeral. I think that picture went viral because I posted it in Gunpla Network. But now those nippers, the spring finally snapped on it. Just moved to Mississippi. So far I've only been to Jack's. Jack's. Okay, here's my deal with Jack's. When I moved here, that's all I knew. That's all that was really around that sold Gundam kits. And the store's cool, you know. I would still like to go in there every now and then. But with Jack's, he tends to overprice his kits a lot. And we've all talked to him about it. You know, we tried explaining to him that the regular retail price of the kit is on the UPC. You know, the last few numbers is the yen price. And, you know, you just, you know, up it a little bit from there. He tried to explain it to me about, you know, having to order a certain amount and charge a certain amount. I'm like, okay. I get that, but okay, there's this one kid in there. Prime example. It's a high grade Zaku to TriStar. It's the one I think it's the Origin. I'm not entirely sure. It's the one that comes with a huge axe, like axe that damn big for the high grade. I think the retails like maybe $20 or $30. He wants to charge $60 for it. I'm like, no, no, nothing you say will justify that price. First gift for me came from Epcot and Disney.
They have Gundams at Disney.
Yeah, apparently. I didn't know they had Gundams at Disney. That's sweet. Jeweler's nippers. Use his teeth? Really?
Ew.
I want to see that, actually. Nice. 5 cavities this year. Soda? Nah, Gunbla. Yeah, that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we used to meet up there almost every Saturday to do meetups, with the Gundam group, and he would host competitions. And that's another thing that made us pretty much leave. I'm really not trying to talk crap about it, but some of it needs to be said. As far as the competitions go, basically we would come in, he would take multiple pictures, and then he would select two from each of us, put them on Facebook, and it was supposed to be whichever two pictures combined that got the most likes won a $20 gift certificate. And it started off pretty well. Unfortunately, it turned into a popularity contest, not by popularity of the kit, but popularity of the actual person. Because, we would all share it, but instead of voting for the kit that was actually the best, it was whoever had the most friends. Like, there was a guy who had the... What was that one build fighter kit? The G Portant. Oh my god. The guy didn't do anything to it. He just straight built it. And he got almost 200 likes. Versus, Arthur or myself, who I forgot what we built, but we put a lot of work into it. And we lost outright to that. Like, we tried to, talk to him about it. But he's like, well, it's really just to bring, traffic into the store, which I can understand. I can respect that. You're trying to grow your business. But you got to see it from our point of view, too. But it is what it is. That, combined with the overpriced kits, there's like, nah. And then luckily, Play and Talk showed up. Changed everything.
Right in the nick of time.
Yeah. Broncos in Austin. We'll buy from Gundam Planet. Yeah. Popular. Yeah. What store would I recommend? Play and Talk. Their prices, like, I'll give you an example of their prices. They'll have like a $20 kit. They'll charge maybe $23, $24 for it. And then you got a 10% off that. So, you back to what, 22 maybe? Yeah. That's not good. Yeah, some contests here in town to go more popularity and skill. Yeah. I mean, if it works and everyone's happy with it, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. But when you have pretty much the whole community telling you that how it's going is not working and it's pissing people off, you should probably listen. But they didn't want to. And he used to post all the time about, new kits coming in. He even created a his own Gundam group, for the store, and that really pissed off our other admin Arthur. He's like, he tried talking to him, explaining to him, look, we just don't want to, we don't want you taken away, from us, cross promote, yeah, but he didn't want to hear it, so I was like, you know what, screw it. Yeah, I mean, I always believe, like, when you enter in a contest, or like when you build and you want to show it off, just be proud of the work you did, and you know, like, I like showing off my work, just like everybody does, and we like getting feedback on it, good, bad, hopefully good, but just feedback in general, and it makes you feel good. But when somebody puts in a kit that they did no work to, no marks showing everywhere, no panel lines, nothing, and just because they have a crap ton of friends, they get the reward, it makes you feel bad. It's like, you know what? Why even try? But then you got to remember, you're doing it for other reasons. All right, come on now. Trying to push this piece back. There we go. I feel like I've been talking about a lot of different stuff, and then I get sidetracked. Yeah, I can agree with that, Zeta. Past few years, everyone's been stepping up their game. It's reaching a lot more audiences over here. I don't know if most of that has to do with IBO and build fighters, but doing a lot more. Just like the master grade Astray Turn Red. Everywhere else, that is a P Bandai release, but over here in the States, it's going to be a regular release, so that's cool. So I don't have to pay a ridiculous price for it. Yeah, the tangents. Have you ever seen the Crow's fucking streams? Way off tangent. If y'all could see the behind the scenes footage of our drunken reviews, he was telling me that during editing he had like almost 2 hours worth of footage that he had to cut down because he just left the camera running and we were just talking the whole time. Like at the very end, that bonus footage of us going off about Jared Leto, that just came out of nowhere. I don't even know what brought it up. And then before that, he went off on a tangent about, in the last video, about what was it, Brendan Fraser and the Mummy. What was that? I gotta catch up on y'all's comments. Getting discouraged. Builder Showcase, yeah, that would be nice. We actually did host our own competition. We've had 2 competitions, hosted by us, Mississippi Gundam Group. And the first one was pretty good. But I guess our group, we need to have a bit more active members, because the last competition we have, the theme was build fighters, to where you needed to, do some type of customization to it. Either weather or a little bit of paint, or you don't even need to paint it, just swap out some parts. Some pretty simple. We gave them 2 months, and I think only 3 people did it. And that just kind of made us go, okay, we're trying to put all this effort in for everybody, but no one's really want to do anything. And I got the responses, well, we got, families and all this other stuff. And I understand that, believe me. I've got a kid too. I've got a girlfriend. I've got work. But you can find some time to do something. 2 months, hell, the simplest thing to do, get yourself a little weathering kit and just slap something on. Just try. And I think that was another thing too. People were getting discouraged because they didn't think that they could, paint it or customize it or do anything. They were afraid. And we tried telling everybody, look, just do it. You're not going to improve anything if you don't try. That's what I do. All the time with every new kit I get, I try something new. Let's see. Somewhere. Yeah. Host your own contest. Hell, I'll see if I can get in on that. Weirdest directions. Yeah, dude, if you want a director's cut of that, go ask Krosama. He's got it. My 8 viewers. Yeah, thanks for the sub. My first male fun time video. Best thing I'm gonna do is to get a cheap kit, and particularly like getting painted up. Yeah, just nah. Sorry, I keep seeing on my phone the stream says it's poor connection. Don't know what. You leave that cat alone. Dear.
Look at her face.
Oh my gosh, she's torturing the cat back there. The cat just takes it. But yeah, as I was saying, get a cheap little $10 to $12 kit and just go crazy with it. If you don't like how it looks, well, it's just $10. Nothing that bad. Yeah, I think I'm just about done with the silvering on this. Trying to make it look just right. But yeah, there's those skills. What I got? Oh, so far. Okay. Now what I think I'm gonna do is do the wash now. Okay. That aside. You screw up, then you get to buy a new kit. Yeah, you get to buy a new kit, yeah. They can hear the cat.
Sorry.
She takes it though.
She takes it because she's had a stroke.
That cat is very unhappy. They can hear it. Leave the cat alone.
She's not growling now.
Scratch belt, yeah. That's something I don't think I'll mess with. Part of me wants to, but I was like, I think I'm fine just, trying to up my paint and everything. Get that really, really looking well. But if you learn how to do it, by all means go for it, man. Yeah, man. Shoot me some pics. Want to see it. One thing I also wanted to try and do is do some excuse me, do some scribing work. A lot of these high grades, or even master grades like the O. The O's got all those big open spaces, but not a lot of panel lines. And I am a panel line junkie. I can go crazy with that. Get off of my... She's so weird. Freaked me out there. But yeah, I can go crazy with some panel lines. I just got to think of some designs I would do. I want to do a kit patch of G Lucifer and some wing customs. Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, time for the wash. Well, let me shake it up a bit more. Now with this, I found the easiest way to do it is one little drop every so often. Put a drop in and then you just brush it on until it blends in. All right, Zeta, you have fun. Be safe. Enjoy your time at Disney. Oh, I forgot Crow was streaming too. He's the one that's really pushing me to do a lot more this interaction with everybody. Okay, so night, man. Cross the streams. Indeed. Alright, so yeah, just take this, and it's very, very, very thin. So be careful with it. And just drop it on, like something like that. Take a brush and make sure it's very soft bristled. And then just like that. Go to town on it. So make sure you blend it in with everything very, very well. And when it starts to look like it's drying out, put another drop on it. It's loud. Oh wow. Wait, is that on the Crows one? Or the movie that's loud? Yeah. Another little drop. There we go. You just make sure you get it into all the crevices, because it's gonna go everywhere. Just brush it in, make it nice and dirty looking. Grungy, I guess. Just make sure you really do get it nice and brushed in, because sometimes you may see some brush strokes, but you go over it with a flat coat, it's not going to matter that much. Alright. Oh no, you're in your house. Okay. Dude, I love that movie. I love the new It. I love the original, but that one was great too. Nah, that wasn't enough. I think I saw it the day it came out. Oh, no, not the day. I saw it on the following Tuesday. That was great. It's date night. What you doing on here, man? Not that I'm complaining. Unless she said, no, you go do your thing. I'm gonna watch this movie. Oh, crap. Alright, man. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm definitely am gonna do more streams. This is fun talking with everybody. Bathroom break. If I do have one complaint about this kit, it's the piping on the legs. Maybe it's the same for all other high grades, but I don't like how it's loose like that. I wish it was more sturdy. Up in the morning, I'll have a stream going about the new series. Ah, cool. Can't wait to see that. I haven't seen the new video yet. I meant to watch it this morning, but I didn't have enough time. So, I'll make sure to watch that. Well, later, Shoki. Sorry. Gonna end it here in a few minutes, about another minute or two anyway. Just want to show everybody final product of this leg. Come on now. There we go. Two. I didn't realize I've been streaming for this long. Time flies when you're having fun. This is an amazing wash. I highly recommend the Vallejo Mecha line. Fortunately, nowhere around here sells it, so I had to drive all the way to Mobile, Alabama, to Hobbytown, USA, to get it. I need to get down in here. There we go. Nice and grungy. And I think it might be good. One more little dab. And I'll do some other little fine detail work to it in a little bit, but there it is. Final result. You put that wash on. It's gonna you know, dirty it up, and it's gonna be kind of like semi-glossy. Then you take flat coat over that. It's gonna even it out, make it look really well. So I'll do all the rest of these later. Well, thank you everybody who tuned in. This was my very first stream. I like how it went. I'm gonna keep doing it. So, well, see you next time.